Hey everybody, it's B-Diz the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. The first match was the Jurassic Express and Best Friends versus the Hardy Family Office. Honestly, I'm usually not really big on these 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 matches, but this match was pretty high paced the whole time, and it was a good match to be in the pre-show. The Jurassic Express and the Best Friends win by submission. For the main show, the first match is Eddie Kingston versus Miro for the TNT Championship. I'm actually kind of shocked on how over Eddie is with the fans. Like, they love him. Eddie chops Miro at least about 57.5 times. The ending of the match is when the ref tries to put the cover back on the turnbuckle in the corner, which costed Eddie some vital moments when he had Miro pinned. After the kick out, the fans chant "You fucked up" to the ref, and you can tell they're very upset. Miro hits 2 Moxey kicks to Eddie, winning the match. Next we have John Moxey versus Kojima. There were some slams in this match, but it was mostly a brawl. Mox hits the paradigm shift to win. Oh, and Mox's elbow is busted open and bleeding a lot. Suzuki comes out to a crazy reaction, and him and Mox have a brawl. We have Chris Statlander versus Britt Baker for the AEW Women's Championship next. Chris did a lot of really cool moves towards the climax of the match where we thought she was gonna win. Britt hits a curb stomp on the outside, which looked nasty. Britt wins with the lockjaw submission, retaining the AEW Women's Championship. Next is the Tag Team Championship in a steel cage with the Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks. Things get super crazy when the Bucks pull out the sneaker that has like the thumbtack spikes on the bottom. So everybody starts using it. Everyone gets busted open. Everyone is bleeding a lot. The Lucha Bros win and the crowd loses their minds. We have the Battle Royale women's match next. There's a lot of talent of female wrestlers, and most of them are really good. We have the surprise debut of Ruby Soho, and she's the one that wins the whole thing. She gets a title match against Britt Baker, and she was one of the wrestlers that got released, and she's already really doing her thing in the company. Next we have MJF versus Chris Jericho, and if Jericho loses, he can no longer wrestle in AEW. And Jericho is my favorite wrestler in the world. I say it in my videos all the time, so if he lost, it would be heartbreaking. Plus, the story between these two has been going on for a while. We have MJF hitting Jericho with some of his own moves, like the code breaker off the middle rope, also the Judas effect. MJF pins him and gets the 3 count, but Aubrey doesn't see that Jericho put his foot on the rope. Before the other ref came out, fans were just shocked because they were like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Jericho puts MJF in the walls of Jericho, and MJF taps out. We have CM Punk versus Darby Allin next. For this match, I feel like CM Punk didn't really miss a step, and he's still really good in the ring, even for being gone for several years. The fans, of course, were super passionate and vocal for CM Punk. There's a lot of good spots, obviously. CM Punk hits Darby Allin with a GTS, where Darby takes a nasty spill outside of the ring. Once back in the ring, they have a few more moves, and CM Punk hits the GTS again, winning the match. We have a quick match with Paul White versus QT Marshall. Paul White just chops the shit out of QT, hits him with a chokeslam, and wins. It's pretty much a squash match. And last is Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage for the AEW Championship. There is a nasty spot where Kenny Omega does a jumping foot stomp off the apron onto the outside and squashes a table into Christian Cage, and that shit looked bad. We also have Christian Cage hitting a spear to Kenny Omega on the outside through a table. During the climax, Don calls out Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and once Christian Cage takes care of them, and Don's pink suit wearing ass gets in the ring and then just runs away super quick like a biatch. Kenny hits the one-wing angel off the top rope and wins. And then Christian starts getting beat up by everybody else. We have another big debut, and it's Adam Cole, baby. He gets a super huge pop from the fans, and he super kicks Jungle Boy, showing that he is still all elite. Cole sends a subliminal shot to Vince McMahon, saying there's no chance in hell that they're not the best thing in professional wrestling. And then we get another debut, and it's Daniel Bryanson. So we had Daniel, Adam Cole, and Ruby Soho debut all on this one pay-per-view, and there was a whole bunch of yes chants. But yeah guys, that's the video. Let me know in the comments how you felt about the pay-per-view. Like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more content, and I will see you guys in the next one, totally for sure.